regime is based on the increasing geopolitical tensions between the
I'm looking at my
Washington is
Kindle.
seeing Beijing as a country that is making very big inroads within the African continent and is focused on.
My bookshelf. Yeah, I went from in review to publishing, so I guess they went ahead with it. Yeah, this is for the this is okay. Kindle ebook live and paperback publishing. There you go. Yeah. Well, you know. See, that's why this stuff is good. It helps me explain things to myself. Yeah. I went on there. Oh, I got the description. This person, I actually sent it on the 23rd, but I was busy. I don't know. I didn't really check to see when in the 23rd. It could have been more last minute, whatever. But I didn't find the notification until I double checked my email before going to breakfast yesterday. That's when I came across the notice that the first delivery was made and was waiting my review, kind of thing. So yeah, person's right on it, so that's pretty good. Maybe I'll have them write a bio later, because yeah, I was able to put the description on the back cover. You see, when you publish things in paperback, it doesn't only have a front cover, it's got a back cover. So I had the cover for my ebook, but not for a paperback. So the scramble to get that done, I was trying to look up videos and stuff. Get it? I ended up using the cover creator that Amazon has. And you can make, everything from scratch there. I mean, I should say, if you don't have anything, you can use their software to put everything together. But I already had my front cover. So you launch the cover creator, and then it asks you a bunch of questions, and then it gives you the option of either going to their gallery for an image or uploading one of your own. So I uploaded my cover to incorporate it in the stuff yeah. So then they give you a selection. That was pretty easy, because I wanted to use my entire cover as a front cover, not have it like overlapped, bend it over, because I already have a title on that thing, right? So all I needed to do was play with the color scheme. Actually, I was going to go with one of their color schemes, because they give you like 3 colors: primary color, secondary color, and then the color for the text kind of thing. 3 theme color kind of things. And I was going to go for one, and the one I chose was pretty close to one of their themes, but a slight difference. So I ended up picking my own. So they give quite a few options. So, yeah. And then they've got, but not the layout in the back. They've got a portion where you can put your photo, a bio, and then a description kind of thing. So I had the photo, I had the description, I had to use the bio from my Amazon thing. I changed the last part of it kind of thing, and updated my bio to the same, so it still meshes. No, I did not change the age thing. I'm going to be perpetually 55. That's really a reflection of my banner, because I'm still going with AKA itinerant school mom. Anyway, I'll try to figure out how that's going to work out. I don't know. So what else will I do? Oh, well, yeah, the spacing thing. Yeah, when you shrink your document down from 8 by 11, which is the standard size in this country, you shrink it to 6 by 9. The width is 6 and the length is for paperback. Yeah, that's where all the spacing stuff hits the fan, right? So I had to more or less rearrange everything. And yeah, that took all day. That took all day. At the end of it, it wouldn't keep on. It keeps on messing with some of the images, because in Libre I couldn't get the image and the text arranged the way I wanted it. So I ended up putting tables, which now I know only puts two blocks. Even if you have to do it, because you start messing with one, of course all the others are going to be. And that's what I was doing all day yesterday. So yeah, I should have. I mean, you still got to do all the rest. It's not like you adjust one and everything else adjust. No. It's not. So you might as well have just done the 2 blocks separately and then put another table and another. Because if you put everything else is messed up. So it's like, oh gosh, okay. So yeah, I've tried to stay away from tables because it does weird stuff like that, and it doesn't want to move when you want to move it. And sometimes the same thing happens with the images. I don't get their anchoring thing. So a lot of times I end up having just to delete it and reinsert it somewhere else because it just refuses to move or whatever. So, oh, gosh. Alright. All day. Yeah. And, yeah. That was fun. What else? Oh, the table of contents. Yeah, Libre has a table of contents. It's nothing like you're used to. For one thing, it's a lot smaller than you're used to it. I mean, you can, like, put your cursor right next to it and keep on hitting enter to expand the thing or whatever, and you can make sure you only insert it after you've already created some space above it so you can actually control where you position it. Right? But apart from those 2 things, that's about all you can. I mean, I suppose once you know what you're doing and you can start tinkering with the details and everything. But if you're just going to insert the thing, the default setting, just the way they have it, the best you can hope to do is be able to position it where you want to position. So create some space above it and then insert the darn thing so you can move the thing around. Because if you put it right in the beginning, it's staying there and it doesn't give it what you think. So yeah. And to do that, to use that, you got to go through all your stuff and highlight the section titles. And then instead of the default paragraph style or whatever it is, you got to change it to heading 1, or at least one of the. That's the only one I've used. Okay, since this is my first time using this thing, I wasn't going to get all crazy all over the place. I don't know if that thing responds to. I suppose it would respond to it wherever you put it. I mean, if you had like a section title and then subtitles that you wanted to be able to jump to, right? That's what it's for. And that's why it's so small. Because I only put the main sections, the title, the chapter bits. I didn't put the subsections where you can, I suppose, but I've had by that time, I had already done so many other things. It was 3 o'clock in the morning before I actually submitted everything for the paperback. And I don't even want to, I lost count as far as how many manuscripts I uploaded. Because there was always something wrong. Yeah, I did. Between me not knowing what I'm doing and its software moving all your stuff around all day. Yeah, I don't know how many manuscripts I uploaded. But yeah, it was almost like doing this thing all, for the first time all over again. All day. But it's done. And I almost published it black and white because I didn't. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. I was pretty darn tired. So I wasn't looking closely enough at what the default settings for the paperback is 6x9 for that, and black and white with white paper, I guess is the default thing. And they got 2 color selections. They've got standard color and they got premium color. It's true, the premium color really pops out of you, but I don't need anything fancy. I don't want my images to pop out. I mean, maybe that's short-sighted, old fart talk, but I don't mind having my images being images, okay? I don't need it to pop out at me. It's fine. Just standard color is fine. So, my hair's doing all its kind of thing, right? Okay. So yeah, that's done. So I changed it from black and white to, because I was doing the preview thing and I said black and white, oh, how vintage, okay. I figured, okay, this is just how they have it set up because you're not really, this is my first paperback. I don't know how they handle this. But yeah, no, they got black and white, they got standard color, they got premium color. You can use a white paper thing or I'm not going to go through the thing to find out what the other thing whatever, an off-white or cream color, I guess, kind of thing. I don't know what the heck it would have been, but yeah, I got the standard color. I did not get the premium. I don't need my images popping out at me, so I'm good. And yeah, once again I had to finally just submit the PDF document instead of the docx, which is the one they prefer, because it was doing just it was doing whatever it wanted to do with my tables. I mean, all over the place, I trimmed everything down, I moved everything in the thing, I corrected everything, but those tables, it was still just having its way with it. So this is actually what I had to do the first time. I ended up just having to make it take the PDF document because it's just doing whatever it wants with it. So, yeah. All right. All day. So, yeah. Okay. So, now I wasn't even thinking paperback. Okay? Like I said, before breakfast, I double-checked my email. I saw that the description was done. After breakfast, I came, and all I was thinking was change my description thing. And then they got me again with that notice that I had no table of contents. And I said, you know what, let me tinker a little bit with this thing. A little bit, yeah. famous last words, right? So I was went back to their instructions, and I was looking at this thing. They've got something. Word has it set up so you can do it fairly easily, and whatever. And they've got, of course, their Kindle, which for my ebook, I actually did go ahead and use the Kindle Create because my links weren't working. And I didn't know whether that was just because I was looking at it through the preview, their launch preview, and that just doesn't, or if there was some, no, wait a minute, what was the name of this? I think I was looking at that through the sample thing, and my links didn't work, or maybe it was the launch, preview launch, I don't know. One of those things, selections, my links weren't working. And I was hoping, oh boy, I hope it's just because this is a sample, or this is a, no, because when I did it with theirs, the Kindle, when I made the Kindle Create, now my links work. So whatever other reservations. I mean, that's the main thing with the ebook, right? To have the link and working links and stuff. Like, if you're not even like, jeez, yeah. I ended up going back and putting the titles in there. And I even changed one of them. It wasn't a YouTube thing. I changed it to, because I didn't even realize there was a YouTube thing for it. That, yeah. So I found that out, changed that, had to go to the reference thing, changed that, everything. So that's for the Roy Clark song. Do you believe this town? And what else did I do? Oh, the Kindle. I wanted to give anyone that's ever going to use the Kindle Create software. It's got this really freaky way of saving stuff. It doesn't just save stuff. It creates a file and then names the file whatever your file is called. Now I've got pretty long files, okay? And I don't know what it's doing or something, but I think it doesn't even ask if you want them to create a file and give it whatever name. No, it just does it automatically. But I'm not sure how it saves it, but I think it saves it within the previous one. So it creates a box and puts your document in the box, and then if you save it again, it creates another box and puts that box into the other box, and if you save it again, it creates another box and it puts all those boxes kind of until everything's a box. The thing of it is, my initial title for my document is usually pretty long. It usually is very descriptive and includes the date. And I don't just use numbers for the date. I write out the entire date, and I don't even abbreviate the month, okay? I write everything out. And that's on top of having a very descriptive title. So my titles are pretty, so by the time I've saved something 2 or 3 times, it refuses to save anything. It says, no, the path is too long, you got to shorten it. So like the first time, it had me completely confounded. I couldn't even use it because it kept on telling me I couldn't save it. It continues to make files, and I think it continues to, because I lose all. I have no idea where the heck they buy. It got to the point yesterday when I was stumbling across it, I'd end up deleting it, wherever the heck it was, wherever I found it, wherever I happened to put it. No, the last thing I did, when it was telling me, the pathway is too long, you got to pick another place to save it, I ended up going to the desktop, creating a new folder, and calling it 1. And then when I went to save it, I made sure it got to that folder. So not only would I be able to find it, but they couldn't tell me the dang path was too long. So it's like, oh my God. Because by the second or third, they tripled the length of the path to begin with. And like I said, my files have a very long thing to start out with. So it's I'm not sure if I explained it right. I'm not even sure I understand it. This is almost like my guess and what I'm doing to cope with it, kind of thing. Like a scientist with a test model, okay? Because this is how I'm managing to deal with it. I don't know how accurate I am, but this is how I'm figuring it's whatever it's doing. I don't know. But this is what I ended up having to do. So it's really weird. I'm always afraid to save the thing now because I don't know where the heck it's going to put it. Kind of thing. All right? Just whenever I find it scattered about, wherever I'm doing it, I just delete it because I don't. It's really weird. But anyway. And if that's not bad enough, right? Because you're not even used to this thing. I mean, and the thing that you check, have to select. It continually move every time you try to check it. And you got to use the little scroll. Yes, there is a scroll thing that you can use it to adjust to slide it back in place. Sometimes it doesn't do that when you try to check or uncheck something, that the thing like shifts over, so you can't see what you're selecting or not selecting. Yeah, there is a scroll thing on the bottom of it that you can to readjust it so you can see what you're selecting or unchecking or whatever. I mean, little things, it's just weird things like that. If you don't expect them, you don't know what the heck you're dealing with. So what else is, and that's just apart from the way they change the entire appearance of your document. Yeah, that's above and beyond all this other stuff, than just the shock of how much they changed the new document. So yeah, that's an adventure. What else was that? Yeah. I don't know. It's just. It seems like you're starting everything new, but it's just things that can be very simple if you actually use them for your other stuff, like just changing the size of it. I never realized that the pixel thing and the whatever, if you look at the 8 by 11, it's 1100, and then 8500. It's actually 8.5. 8.5 by 11, right? The standard size of documents, yeah. So if you're changing it from 1100, which is 11 inches, it's just 900, which is 9 inches. So at the 8500, which is 8.5 inches, you just change it to 600, which is 600 inches. Yeah, it's really pretty straightforward, except most people don't use stuff like that, so you don't even know about it. So it's nothing too freaky when you go to change the size of a thing. It's just not so much changing the size as having to readjust everything once you do, kind of thing. All day. Especially if you have a lot of images. And if you got tables. And if you've got tables and images, and you make a point of cropping stuff and joining it with it just, yeah, everything's scattered about all day. Yeah, okay. So Oh my gosh. Anyway, between altering the dimensions, again, I didn't know it was that simple. It was just the way that, yeah, because you never use it, right? Yeah, but adjusting everything once you get it in, that's the thing. So that, the table of contents, which is completely new to me. I guess now that I'm thinking about it, I should have done a couple of subtopics, because I would have liked to have, because I was thinking about the way Kindle Create does it, because there were a couple of other things beyond just the main chapter headings that I selected. I guess I would have liked to have done something like that with the table of contents. 3 o'clock in the morning. I wasn't gonna. No, I guess that was 2 o'clock when I finally started figuring that out. Yeah, this is after adjusting and rearranging stuff all day, right? And I started playing with the table of contents. And then I still had the cover that I was trying to figure out. Until I just said, you know what? Let me see what their thing has. Because I am so done with this. 3 o'clock. Okay? Yeah. So, yeah. And only that long because it was making a fuss about the PDF. Because the DocX, they'll upload that thing lickety split, you know, and then the most you have to wait is, I don't know, 2-3 minutes. I don't know how long that thing took, but I went and started watching videos because I figured it was going to take all the rest of the night if it was going to work at all. But yeah, it finally took it. And that's when then I went back, and then I noticed the color thing, and then I started playing with which one, premium color and yeah, I went through the preview thing a couple of times, once with the premium color and then once with the standing, and did all that. Yeah. And then I finally approved it, save, submit. It went in review thing. And now this morning I went to check on it, and there it is. Yeah, you look at your bookshelf, and it's just one title, you know, one thumbnail, and the title and your name. But on one part it says, on first it says Kindle ebook live, submitted on January 23rd, 2023. Then it has the price, $9.99. Yeah, I still have to put the price, I know. And then right under that it says paperback, and then it says publishing, last modified on January 25th, 2023. Price $12.99. Yeah, because the cost is like $3.84 to print it. So, at first I was going to say, you know, just put $13.99, whatever, to cover the cost. But you never notice how some buildings won't even put 13, but 13th floor? I was thinking, look, you've got enough marketing issues. Just put $12.99 and leave it at that. So. Yeah, I think $14.99 is too much. Just the number, it seems like, I mean, at that point, I get, I don't know how anyone else gets, but it better be a textbook that's required reading for me to get something. You're starting to talk $14.99 now. So, I don't know. So, yeah, I know I have to vote them. I don't know. But I still have to contact the promoter. And I'm going to do that after breakfast. It's, yeah, I've been at this 30 minutes. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I was going to do this after breakfast too, but I got excited with my little, it's in published mode. So, yeah. So, okay. I've got another format. I got the paperback format up and running. And, now I'll put the submitted part. I can do this later when I probably take the whole screen, see how many little titles I can get stuck on there for later on. But yeah, I still got to deal with the promoter, which I'm going to do later on, and which is the real. I'm starting to realize that's going to be, even with all this, that's going to be the hardest part. Trying to promote these things. Yeah, you can write as much as you want. You can be another Asimov and write hundreds of books. If you ain't promoting the darn thing, it ain't seeing the light of day. Okay. So this is the part that gets, yeah. Okay, it's 31 minutes and yeah, it's, gotta go down and get some coffee. Man, okay. But it's really just engaging the promoter, so it's not going to be so hopefully I can get started on Nazi science today. So we'll see how all this works out. It's, I don't know if this is going to be I guess this is going to be one of the last videos for this little series. I don't know, open another one? Do I really want a channel called Nazi Science? If anything, I'm going to create a channel that's like from KKK to CIA and then just, you know, I might do that. I don't think I want a channel called Nazi Science. From KKK to CIA and then just have the Nazi science thing on. Okay, yeah, alright. Yeah, I don't want a channel called Nazi Science. What the heck? It's creepy enough all by itself. It doesn't need any help. And I do mean creepy. These people are frickin'. I don't even have a name for it. And I'm sure there's several. Whatever. Oh my god. Alright. Whatever. Yeah, I really don't want a channel for Nazi science. Okay. Alright. Okay, these are details. I still have to contact the promoter. I still have to get my coffee. Okay, we'll just. It is 7:52 a.m. Wednesday, isn't it? Yeah, I've got to talk to one of these people today. You got to meet up with them every day. Though they had a parade yesterday, so I don't know what they want to see me in. That's later on in the afternoon. I should. Plenty of time. That's, yeah. Okay. It is Wednesday now, right? Yeah. Okay, it is 7:53 a.m. on a Wednesday morning, January 25th, 2023, somewhere in Brooklyn. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will talk to you later. Take care.